Hello, I'm Stephanie from Couture Costumes and Cats. Today is April 11th, so happy Critters release anniversary! Yay! So it's really funny how this happened. I was feeling a little bit bummed that I didn't get to wear this Halloween costume out last year. So just a couple weeks ago, I was looking for the movie release date. I was like, maybe I could do something for the movie release anniversary. And it so happened to be on April 11th, so I didn't have to wait a really long time. So here I am. Yay! Oh my gosh, where to start? Wow. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about Critters. So, Critters is a movie that was released in 1986, which is way before my time, obviously. And it was basically called a Gremlins knockoff, although it has like some similarities. Obviously, there's little creatures that run around, run amok, and destroy things and kill and etc. But I think that it's kind of different because they come from space, and you actually are thrown into this world where humans almost don't matter, you know? Like, you get to know the family, the Brown family, a little bit. You get to sympathize with the characters, but it's not I feel like it's not the focus of the movie. The movie's really about the Krites and the bounty hunters. So it's a lot of fun that way. I really like how we're just kind of like thrown into this world. We're outer space, and these little monsters escape from their space prison, and then here come some bounty hunters to run after them and kidnap or kill and etc, bring them back. So yeah. So this is basically the story. I This costume basically came together last year when I asked my husband what he wanted to do for our couple's Halloween costume. And he said Billy Zane from Critters. So yeah, okay, that's cool. He's, wearing like just some clothes, some preppy clothes. Can definitely make that happen. Um, and the logical choice, or not the logical, but the easy choice for me would have been to just be April, his date, his girlfriend. She just wears like sundresses, and she has this outfit with pink pants, you know, easy peasy. But, because I like a challenge, and because the movie, as I said, is really about the Krites and the bounty hunters, I decided to go all out and be your favorite bounty hunter, Johnny Steele. Oh, and I also wanted to mention I don't have an awesome Johnny Steele mullet, so I just made my hair kind of big today. It's not quite the same as UGG, but it works for the the costume. Wow. Yeah, so I really like the movie Critters. Like, I've only watched it for the first time maybe 7 years ago, but instant love for that film. Just the story, the music, the sets, the costumes, obviously. And it's not just the bounty hunters that have like the silly costumes. Just the town people, like the receptionist that works at the police station. She's got these really cool vintage clothes. And then you have the family. So the mom, played by Dee Wallace, wears these awesome retro dresses with nice collars. And at some point, we see the dad. He's part of a bowling league, and his bowling shirt is absolutely really cute, and there's like a pun in the back, his team name, etc. So it's a lot of fun. There was definitely some detail put in there, so gotta appreciate the that that effort. um yeah. uh One of the things that I really like also in the movie is that one of the bounty hunters immediately shapeshifts into this character Johnny Steele, who's a rock star. He has the big hair and he's just like chiseled, good looking man, and he stays this way for the entire film. The other bounty hunter can't quite make up his mind. So we see him, shapeshift into several different members of the community, and it becomes like funnier and funnier every time. One of the police officers, and then he's like the priest, and et cetera, et cetera. So not only do we see the bounty hunter shapeshift into townsfolk, like they actually probably had to make that bounty hunter costume for every different character who played him. So that's a lot of fun. Yeah, so I I really went all out with this costume. As I said, it was a couple's costume with my husband. So he went as Billy Zane. So for him, he just went with like gray pants that he already owned, and I made him just a short sleeve, striped shirt like this. So just like regular short sleeve vintage style shirt for him, and the coup de grace was because Billy Zane's character gets eaten pretty much by Kreitz. So what was really fun about his costume was that I was able to put like red paint on a tank top and just make it look all bloody and gross. And I actually made an entire crate. So I'm pretty proud of myself for that. I'm going to show it off. Here's my little crate. He's, maybe not screen accurate size, but pretty much. The only thing is that he doesn't have a face because he didn't need one for the photos that we took of the costumes. But he's, pretty similar to the Kreitz in the film. They have these like weird alien, esque little feet with like these claws. So I actually sculpted those out of clay, and I think it came out pretty well. It actually stands on my desk, so it's like a really, really fun conversation piece. But yeah, I'm really proud with the result of this. It's just basically like a stuffed toy, essentially, with some faux fur glued on his back to kind of look like the crate. And then in the photo, obviously, we just bring him to life by giving him a little bit of aggression and movement. And yeah, I think it works really well. So that was another piece that I made and that I'm really proud of. And yeah, my next step will be to give him a face, but that's, long-term plans. Yeah, now the actual costume, the bounty hunter costume. So when I make costumes, as much as I can, I like to make pieces that I can wear again. So for this, I made a bomber jacket, pants, the harness, and then the little vest. And I bought the gloves. I didn't actually make the gloves, but it's pretty cool because I've worn these pants like at work, and it's they're just kind of like ponty leggings, and I end up using some of the leftover fabric for the sleeves because I used the quilted fabric for the bomber, but the bomber jacket, but it became really, really puffy with when I made the sleeves, and I was kind of like stuck like this. So I decided to go with just this ponty fabric, and it's actually more comfortable. Yeah, so this is like a bomber jacket with snap closure. And then the harness here. Oh, the harness. This part was a little bit more difficult because I used old belts that I painted, but the paint added some stiffness and some weight to the harness. So, you know, not the greatest, but still functional. And I ended up cutting them in the back and putting some elastic so I have a little bit more wiggle room because I found that the straps were kind of like falling as I moved. So the elastic definitely helped with that. And then added a bunch of like just buckles and studs to, put some detail, some fun detail on it. And this part here, the middle of the harness, is just the basically a circle of felt, and then I glued all my belts to it. So it's just um, a game of positioning and making everything, putting everything in the right spot, getting the right size, etc. But it's all just made from craft materials, and the little bit of this. This is actually like upholstery vinyl. So just took a little piece and covered this the middle of the harness here with that. And then this little vest here. This was fun. There's actually some craftsmanship to it. There's seams here. There's kind of like a collar going on. And in the back, it's just kind of like a little cape. I'll show you. So this is based off a car coat, like a vintage car coat pattern. And I just used the front bodice parts and the back, and I just cut it into kind of like a cape or a little like scarf size, a little shawl size. Sorry, shawl is a better word. And there's actually some pleats going on here to give it some shape. So I think that the only thing that doesn't really work with that is that it's a little stretchy, and the added weight of all the studs kind of it pulls on it, so it doesn't maintain its shape quite as much as I thought it would. So I think another way to fix this would be to put some interfacing or some kind of lining. If I were to line it in the collar, it would probably stay straighter. So this was yeah, so much fun. Some of the studs are screwed in, some of them are glued in, some of them are sewn. So just a little bit of time. I think overall I started in early September, and I worked on other costumes, but on and off this one for, a few weeks, not, about 6 weeks to get it from start to finish. But I did quite a bit of research on it just because I wanted it to look good, and also be practical. And as I said, to be able to sort of wear some of the pieces again. So I think I succeeded with that. And the last piece I made that I'm also really proud is that bounty hunter gun cannon type thing. Um, yeah, this was so much fun. This is basically the body of this is a flashlight, a wrapping paper tube, and a paint roller. So this is, yeah, if you want to get into like costume making and cosplay, honestly, just like you gotta you gotta start thinking about how you can reuse things, or you know recycle things, or use things that are, would be garbage in another setting. Like they can be transformed into something really awesome. So this is like a little flashlight slash camping lamp, which has this portion here that lights, but also like this is the front of the flashlight here. And this is just a cardboard paper tube, like a container basically. And the actual handle of the flashlight that I just glued here, and a roll of gauze at the at the bottom here at the back, some tin foil, and then there's an elastic inside so that the cannon can go back and forth, like in the movie when they're. This is the fun part of the movie when the bounty hunters actually get ready to hunt some krites. The barrel of the gun just like moves on its own, and it's like very, very, impressive. The gun in the movie definitely has a lot more weight and size to it, but I think that this was just a fun little craft. I'm also like really not into guns. This is just, a fun sort of like completely over the top accessory for my costume. um, yeah. So it goes to show what you can create with, you know, just some craft materials and some paint. And just you can add like so much detail with just hot glue. And once it hardens, you can just paint over it and create all these sort of like these studs or these details. And there's some pieces of scrap fabric here and here just to add some texture. So yeah, this is pretty much it. So yeah, I hope that you give Critters a chance if you've never watched it. I'm definitely gonna go do that after. I'm gonna go watch it. I have this lovely box set here with the four Critters movies. There's actually more out now, but the ones that are worth watching are definitely in this set for sure. So yeah, so I absolutely recommend this movie. Give it a shot. It's a lot of fun and just yeah, start to finish, like really interesting, fun movie. And it'll always stick with you. I think just because it's such a fun little B movie that gets forgotten a lot. But yeah, definitely give it a chance. And I hope that you enjoyed learning about my costume. And I'll see you soon. So, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.